Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, coming at you from Germany. Now, check it out, guys. Some big news in New Japan Pro Wrestling has been announced. Now, it happened at the crossover pay-per-view between Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, if you don't know, New Japan Pro Wrestling has been one of the hottest things in wrestling for a very long time, at least in its own market. It's starting to break into the U.S. market. It's been on television, but the numbers are not overwhelming, at least not to the point to where it's an actual legitimate threat to WWE in any type of either creative or real financial way. Now, this is where things get interesting. This is where things start to change a little bit. One of the reasons why I feel that there's an inherent problem with New Japan Pro Wrestling ever becoming a true challenge to WWE, or really the American market in general, is because there's no identity that Americans can go, this is me. Even if there are American wrestlers that go get pushed to the top of New Japan, there's nothing that really speaks to Americans and anyone in North America really that just draws your attention and says, I have got to be invested into this. That changes now with this right here. This changes that, potentially. The IWGP United States Championship. Now, in and of itself, on its own, maybe not a big deal. But the fact that it will be decided over a 2-day tournament here in America with Jim Ross calling the action makes it a significantly bigger deal, because it's showing New Japan's willingness to come to the American market and give something for the fans. Now, who's going to win it? That's a big different story altogether. There's a lot of different ways that they can go to make this even more important. But giving the American viewers something to have possession over, having something to battle over, having a guy to push when he takes on other people, title versus title matches, the potential there is very significant. Making this one of the bigger titles in the company. There's a lot of titles in New Japan, and that's the one downside you can look at and go, well, it's another title for a company that has a metric butt ton of titles. But I don't think that this is necessarily a bad one. I think it's a very smart one, at least business-wise, for busting in and really significantly getting a foothold of an American market that, let's face it, could use some competition thrown into it. Legitimate competition. Some of the people that are in New Japan, some of the performers, not just Americans who have gone over, but the Japanese-born bred competitors are some of the most athletically gifted and charismatic people in the industry today. So to have those guys being intermixed and potentially winning this title, going over or putting over American talent, is something that they can capitalize on over and over again. I have one criticism, however. I believe they've made a mistake. And the only mistake being this. Now, we know that Jay Lethal is going to be in this tournament, and he's probably the favorite at this point. My issue is there was a much better suited guy to win this title. Now, I understand he's Canadian. Okay, now, before I say this name, I totally understand that he's Canadian. Okay, I get it. I get it. However, having Kenny Omega win this title, not having him take on the IWGP champion and baddest man in wrestling right now, Mr. Okada, I think that they're missing out. You postpone that match, you have him win this title, and then 3-4 months down the line, you have those two meet. title versus title or just champion versus champion. Make it mean something greater. Yes, I understand Omega is Canadian. It does not matter. He is, in North America, one of the most recognizable non-WWE competitors going right now. And having that type of marketability is something that I think they're missing out on. Because could they do the same thing essentially with Jay Lethal? Yes, but not as many people are going to care. It's not a knock on Jay Lethal. I just think it is a reality of the situation. Jay Lethal would make a great first ever IWGP United States champion. Fantastic. I think he's got a good chance to win it. But I just think they're missing out on an opportunity from a marketing standpoint to do something much greater, even with the given fact that Omega's not American. Still, all that being said, I'm super excited about the IWGP United States Championship being announced for New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is exciting. This is big news, and I think WWE, it might be time for them to start taking notice of that Japanese company because they might be coming for a piece of their ass. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think of this situation. Is it a big deal? Is it a little deal? Is it going to make you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling more frequently? Do you already? I want to know. Hit me up in the comment section below or on Twitter at DeadOnDaveV. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you very much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions. We will see you later. Keep it copious, folks, and remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. See you next time. And peace. Here's your winner,